This is exactly what you should and should not eat after fasting. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Zyrowski, and it is so important to break your fast appropriately because we are using fasting as an opportunity to improve your health. Whether it's to overcome a condition, lose weight, it doesn't matter. We want to make sure that we're breaking the fast appropriately to get the most out of the fast. So let's go ahead and dive in. And let's talk about a couple of the different fasting methods, right? There's 16 hours that some people will do. There's 48-hour fast. I like to slip these in every once in a while. And then there's the bigger fast of a 72-hour, 3-day fast, which is a very common fast as well. When we're doing the 16-hour fast, and it kind of applies to whether it's like a 12-hour fast, 16-hour fast, 18-hour fast, we don't really have to concern ourselves as much with how we break it versus if we're doing one of these bigger 48-hour, 72-hour fasts, we want to pay close attention. When we talk about how to break a fast, it is good to apply these rules even to the lesser hour fast, but yet it's most important with the longer duration fast. So let's go ahead and talk about first sugar. We want to make sure that we're consuming no foods with added sugar when we break our fast. And I'm very particular about added sugar because if you go and have berries, I'm not worried about that. In fact, berries will be on the list of things you should eat. They're micronutrient dense. They're healthy for you. We want to make sure that we're not having any added sugars. We want to make sure that we're not eating greasy foods. Why is it that we wouldn't want really greasy foods when we break our fast? Let's say fried foods. Simply because it's going to cause a lot of digestive upset, and unless you like running to the bathroom with urgency, you're not going to want to eat these foods. We also want to make sure we watch portion control. It's very easy to just jump into that first meal and eat like an animal, considering we haven't eaten in many, many days in some cases. So we want to make sure we practice portion control and we just say, hey, look, we had enough. We're going to let our body focus on digesting the food that we put in. And then also, we want to make sure that we're maintaining proper hydration too as we break our fast, because it's very common for so many individuals to go and eat a lot of food and not drink enough water and electrolytes. And then what happens is a lot of constipation. So you got to watch out for that too. So make sure you're staying well hydrated with electrolytes during your fast and then after your fast. Hey Wellness Warrior, it's Dr. Zyrowski, and it's estimated that only 5% or less of you receive a notification every time I put out a new blog post or video. What I want to do is help you stay on the razor's edge of natural health so that you can continue to improve your health naturally every single day. I want to be there to help you, so join my newsletter by clicking on the link in the description below so you never miss any new content. Let's get back to the video. Now let's talk about some specific foods here now that we covered a few of the different boundaries in which we want to operate in. So carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are going to be fine to add to breaking your fast. It's because carbohydrates are important for a lot of people to sleep well and feel good. And what we want to do here is not break our fast with bad carbohydrates. Like you can see all over the internet, like eat your whole grains. No, we don't want whole grains when breaking our fast. If we're going to have some carbs, it should come from our vegetables. It should come from fruit, like some berries, and I specifically mentioned berries because berries are going to be the low glycemic fruits that are also micronutrient dense. We're thinking raspberries and blackberries and strawberries and blueberries. These are going to be the ones that have the most nutritional value for you. We also can think of things like a sweet potato, which has nutritional value, but also a carbohydrate, a healthier version of a carb. So that's what we want to do for carbohydrates that we're breaking our fast with. We really want to put an emphasis though on proteins and fats, okay, more so than carbs. So some good proteins may be steak, burger, some chicken, things of that nature, okay? So we want to get some good, healthy proteins in there. And I like the proteins that have some fats involved too, and that's why I mentioned things like steak or burger. And then also fats. Our fats can come from olive oil, it can come from an avocado and seeds and nuts. It can come from good, healthy sources like cheese. We want to get these fats in there because we are trying to nutritionally recompensate those last few days where we were lacking. So many people will go and do these fasts and have some horrible meals to break their fast. They're thinking, okay, well, I have done such a good job. Let me go get that pizza. We want to make sure we're putting the most nutritional value back in from one single meal. Now, the other thing that we want to think about here, okay, and this is important, is we haven't eaten in days in some cases. Our stomachs are just hanging out. They're chilling. They're in like hibernation mode. So we want to make sure that we aren't hitting things too hard. And that's where that portion control comes in. But let's take it a step further. Whenever breaking your fast, one of the things I like to do is have a soup that has proteins in it. It's got vegetables in it. An example of one that I always really enjoy and I almost break my fast with every single time is going to be a beef stew. Lots of vegetables, lots of proteins, and also I'll actually make it the broth from bone broth, which is going to have that bone broth benefit. That's one way. And if you think about that whole meal right there, very well rounded, easy to digest. Now, the other thing is whenever we're having our veggies, I suggest that you focus on cruciferous vegetables. Best nutritional value, really good for our liver, but here's what you want to make sure you're doing. Don't overdo consuming vegetables, and also make sure that you're steaming them, okay? Because you don't want to go and get some really rough vegetables that are hard to break down after you fasted and had to eat in days. The other thing I like to do is eat probiotic-rich foods. This is an opportunity as we're breaking our fast to help reseed our microbiome with good, healthy probiotics. I think that every single fast should be used as an opportunity to improve our gut health. If we look at colon cancer rates, they're dramatically on the rise. So anything we can do to improve our gut health, especially during this time, is really profound. So if we make sure that we're putting good, healthy probiotics back in, especially when we break our fast with probiotic-rich foods, such as kombucha, sauerkraut, such as kimchi, yogurt, cheeses, these are all probiotic-rich foods that are going to really help make our gut healthier and also help you feel better long term. And this is why somebody who goes through a fast and then they go and they break their fast correctly using these foods, not only to break their fast, but from here on out, what they'll find is that their digestive health improves drastically. Before the fast, they may have had a lot of bloating and irritation and IBS-like symptoms, even indigestion, and then after the fast, things are reset and at a much healthier pace. So this is the way that you want to make sure that you are breaking your fast and also kind of resetting your lifestyle to continue to create a new path forward and improve your health every single day. I'm Dr. Zyrowski. I hope I encourage you to not only fast, but also do it in a good, healthy way. If you enjoyed this video here, I think you'll really like this video next.